Moment. How's it going? Wow, it's a lot of you guys here. Sani, is it Shani, Shani, Sani, Sani? Hey, how's it going, guys? Um, so yeah, I wanted to do this live because I was having a conversation today with people who are working in governments and kind of like in organizations, and they were saying how like autism, like training and understanding and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't really work. A lot of it doesn't work. And I said the reason why is because a lot of it is academic based, where academics come in and they say, hey, this is how the textbook says to do it, so let's teach them this. But what we're seeing is like you have all this support and help in certain environments, especially working environments or professional environments, yet the outcomes are not becoming success. Like the autistic individual still suffers, they still have bad outcomes. So I was like, man, I wish I could just teach how I did it, right? So today I just want to share with you 3 ways in which I have literally hacked autism barriers that works for me, and I think they're going to work for you. So stay tuned. We're going to go through all 3 of them. I'm very excited for you guys to be here actually and see all this. But it's really interesting because I learned very quickly, on my journey of being diagnosed autistic, that if you look to try and attain skills or learn something, it's not where it's at. What you actually try to do is you just need to know a system or know a hack. And I'll explain how that works. So this is my really professional presentation, all done with my handwriting, by the way. Terrible, I know. So bear with me here, guys. This is good stuff. Okay, so how I hack autism, how I did it, and how you can do it too. I'm going to teach you the exact same method, or show you the same method. Like I said, it's all about transformation. It's all about coming out of the other side. It's not about like learning something new. It's about understanding. Oh, I'll just do that instead. Okay. Hi guys, how's it going? I am reading everybody here, but I'm live on very, very many platforms. So, okay, first one done. The 3 hacks, and we start with chemistry. What does this mean? Well, I want to tell you a little story. When I was in at university doing my degree in chemistry, there was we had to do many, many exams, and exams are kind of stupid. It's more like a how much information can you retain test really than like kind of what's your knowledge on chemistry. And there's 2 things that were really difficult. Organic chemistry was really difficult, and physical chemistry was really difficult. So in organic chemistry, you have to kind of take a molecule and then like add things to it the right way, make the right mashup, and then hey presto, you have the right outcome. So I was like looking at it thinking like if I did the process they wanted to do, it would be like this. They wanted a process like this. You have uh, a molecule here, or you have like some compound here, and they say like what can you add to make it this, then what do you need to take away to make it this, and then it comes all the way around to all this kind of stuff just to get to a molecule. I'm like, "Ah." So I was like, what I did, how I hacked it, I thought to myself, well, if I just put a bunch of chemicals to strip down the original molecule into a basic format and then just add in the thing that I need, I could do it in like 2 steps. That's technically not what they wanted, but it is specifically answering the question, right? So it was like finding a really short hack to answer their question to make sure that I could, well, just get through the right answer. So it was the right answer, just not in the way they wanted it. And the second hack that I did in chemistry was when I went into the exam, because there's so much to learn, I thought, what's the quickest way to kind of like learn the protocol and what they want? So I just like memorized something like in a picture format, and then I basically made a 1-page document with all the things that I need on it to remember for the exam. Then I memorized it. I went into the exam, got a white piece of paper, drew it out, and there you go. Hacked my way um, to being a chemist in terms of passing the exams. And that's important. So that rule to me was that we don't have to follow the right way that everyone says is the right way, right? The right way is actually sometimes probably the wrong way. And so for me, it wasn't like a case of following the trend or the crowd. It was like, how do I actually get to the outcome as quickly as possible in a way that's comfortable for me? So that's exactly what I did. So next, that was my chemistry example, but I'm going to give you real life autism examples. Number one, what people tell you versus what I want to tell you, right? And this is all about kind of like energy. Um, in the autism sphere, a lot of people will tell you that like you have to do something a certain way, right? So they'll say to you like, "Hey, in order to get things done, let's think about it. It's like on a list, okay? If you've got a list of to do, You've got so many things to do on your to-do list. You've got like 10 things on this to-do list, and you've got another stack of to-do lists in your drawer, not to mention the notebook full of to-do lists, and there's one on your wall and on the fridge. And if you opened up your Alexa or your iPhone, you're going to have more than your fair share of to-dos in there, right? But how do we move past that? Well, in life, there's a typical general rule of consensus called the eat the frog. They say, get the hardest thing on your list and then just tackle that one problem. And if you tackle that big problem, then you're okay. You're good to move through the other ones. Okay, well, that's okay for like macho business dudes who are gonna, eat the frog at 9 a.m. But that doesn't work for autistic individuals who are like, hey, if I try to eat the frog and I get halfway through, eat the frog is an analogy. If I go halfway through the biggest task and I don't even get halfway through it completed by the end of my working day, not only have I failed to complete the biggest task, that also gives you literally no momentum to carry on with the rest of them. So this is what I said to do, and this is what I do. I flip the whole thing around. Don't start with the biggest task. Start with the easiest, simplest task. Why? Because when you do that, you get momentum. You go, ding, momentum. It's going. You're getting rewarded. Your brain's like, you can do this. Keep going, keep going. That to me is the pinnacle of figuring it out. But it's funny because it's on the contrary, which means it's not the accepted, agreed upon norm. But it doesn't matter. We're hacking our way to live our life because it's not about following the psychological rules that were laid out by people who are neurotypical. It's about hacking the way to make it for you to do the best thing you can, right? So um, that was that number one. Okay, so hack number two. This one says advice, and then feed your brain. Ping, ping. Okay, this is a true story. How many people here right now, okay, have there could be nothing particularly wrong in your life. And we all have ups and downs and issues and worries, but there's nothing particularly wrong. Yet you feel kind of down and depressed and depleted and drained. You're like, what the heck is going on? Like, my marriage or my relationship is going well. I have friends, maybe I don't have friends, and that's cool as well. And you have all of like just normal things going on and nothing crazy is happening. But you still feel kind of like depleted. You feel down. You feel like your motivation and mood is going to hit depression. Why? Why is this, right? And then I figured this out. I realized that when I was feeling kind of overwhelmed, everyone said to me, take a break, relax, chill out, lay down, take a break, do something that's relaxing. And all this did for my brain was take my brain away from dopamine access. And dopamine is the happy hormone that gets released into your brain when you do something that rewards your kind of interest. Like dopamine is released when you eat good food, when you watch a good TV show, when you read a nice book, when you're learning something or whatever. Whatever the thing is that pleases you, dopamine gets released. And all autistic individuals are dopamine deficient, and ADHD people are dopamine deficient, hence why autism and ADHD go really well together, or not, maybe, if that's the case. However, the wrong thing to do when you're running out of dopamine or running low on dopamine is to just relax. This is the advice everyone tells you. Relax, take a break, have a breather. No, 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 don't do this. Don't do that. What you need to do is feed your brain. For me, I realized that when I wasn't learning something, my brain just hit complete depression. So when I was watching TV or I was reading or trying to read books that were like fiction, not fact, my brain just hit rock bottom. And so yeah, I just got invited to VidCon and Anaheim. Yeah, cool. And so what does this mean? This means that my brain was getting starved of the dopamine it needed because people's advice was garbage. Feed your brain. If you like running marathons and you're feeling tired, go run a marathon because your brain needs that dopamine. You need that hit. You need that from the things that bring you dopamine. Because then, as soon as I started giving myself the acceptance to say, okay, I'm feeling down and depleted. I'm starting to feel like, ooh, I need to learn something. I'd start learning like an online course for free on YouTube or something, and then boom, spiked. Felt awesome. Really good one to remember. Extremely valuable. Very, very valuable. Okay, number three. um, don't write lists. Don't listen to people's talking. Make videos. What on earth does this need? Oh, my sister's watching as well. So what this means is that when when we want to do something, executive dysfunction, I want a show of hands in all the apps. Anyone on why did my Instagram video just stop? I'm on Instagram live as well, guys, and it just stopped completely. Um So I'm going back in this. I'm sorry, guys. So why uh why it stopped? I have no idea. So why is this important? What am I talking about here? Okay, so the question I've got is a show of hands for executive dysfunction, like knowing how to run your washing machine, how to do your dishwasher, how to make a pot noodle. My brother always used to take the mick out of me because I'd be like, I'd freak out about like, how do I make a pot noodle? And it was because it was systematically unattainable for the way my brain kind of like thinks about things, right? And so when you think about like, doing the laundry, or when you think about doing kind of like cooking or putting shopping away or all this kind of stuff, these are executive function, or in our case, executive dysfunction liabilities. And so how do we learn it? Well, the typical way that everyone tells you is saying like, oh, you need to make a list of all the things you do. I don't know, take all the hobs buttons off, get the dishcloth, get soap, and then wash down the cooker. All of that nonsense is a list. What happens? We already know from number one. If we have a list of things to do, and you look at that list, you're just going to hit overwhelm. You're going to hit inertia. You're like, oh my God, I can't even take another thing on my list. So forget that. And then someone will say, oh, someone will come around to talk to you and tell you how to do it. Well, that just goes out the window straight away. If somebody tells me something like, Dan, do this, blah, 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 I'm like, yeah, I'm dead. You lost me already. So, what is the answer? The answer is very simple. I figured this out. I was doing laundry in Canada in my fiance's house, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to use a washing machine. I've used this before. It took me like 25 years to figure out how to use a washing machine. Anyway, so how do I work this washing machine? Now, she could have told me till she was blue in the face. I would never remembered. So I was like, well, I just get my phone out and I'll film her doing it, right? And then that's it. So I went down to laundry, pulled out the video, watched how she did it, followed it exactly to the T. Boom. No questions asked, no communication across, just easy peasy, got a video, done. No issues. So that is what I mean by that hack. Okay, so I got a question though, right? There are actually only two ways in life that we can do this long term in all areas of our life. Okay, and this is literally it. Okay, we can find somebody who's already done it and try and replicate them. It's difficult. It's a slidey because if you don't know the full way to do all of the things in your life, like how do you hack every area of your life? Well, I don't know. We'll find somebody who's done it and then try and find every reference that they've ever made to doing that, kind of like I'm doing with you guys now. Very difficult. Or the second way is to just find somebody who's done it and get them to tell you how to do it. Because if they tell you how to do it, they'll take you up the graph and you will win every time. So I actually have done this. I have worked with people one on one. It's kind of like this. People come in to me and say, Dan, I need your help one on one, autistic adults. I was like, okay, cool. So I work with them one on one, and then we do this like we do some sessions on Zoom, and then me and the person hanging out on Zoom, boom, they beam like the sun. We did I did like a pre-assessment kind of test on my website to see where their level of confidence and kind of like confidence in themselves and self-worth and motivation was before starting, and it was like 32 out of 70. And then after completing some coaching with me or some one-to-one with me, they actually went up to 67 out of 70. So it almost went up to like full capacity, which is incredible. It was super awesome, very happy about it, and that's what I love doing. Okay, so that's how one-to-ones work, or working with somebody who knows because they've done it before and they figured it out. So I actually have a really cheap, cost-effective way for you to do this. And you can join my group coaching, which is all for autistic adults, and you can join it. And it's a weekly live class. So this is what's included actually. So it's weekly live Zooms with me and a small group of other people. You get access to my Autism on Demand app, which is amazing. It's basically an online app that you go to any single time. You type in your worry or whatever, it scans all my books, all my podcasts, all my videos, all my blogs, everywhere online, and pulls out specific information for you to help you in your day instantly. It's kind of like having me in your back pocket, but I'm not on the phone. I'm on this like little app. Then you also get a monthly one-to-one check-in with me. So we get weekly calls in a group, but then I have a one-to-one with you monthly. Just check in, see how you're doing, see if there's anything I can help you with personally. And then we have a PDF library of all of the textbooks that I've ever created that are on my courses and stuff like that. You get access to the library, so you can go through them at your leisure if you want to help you. And you also get a copy of my Autism for Adults PDF book, which is pretty awesome, right? You get that for free from me because I'm wanting to help you guys here. But that's not all. This is how it is. So the pricing is basically this: $27 a month, which is super cheap, right? So in US dollars, $27, which is about about £21 UK. But so you can either pay monthly, $27 a month, or you can pay for a 6 months all in one go for $130, right? Which is like savings. And you can go right now to theaspieworld.com/GC and sign up. Okay. Now there are limited spots because I can only like have so many people in a room at once, but this is so accessible. I've done this one-to-one with people in groups, and it's so good because we build a community. You also have access to a WhatsApp group, and that is not all. If you sign up right now, I'll give you this free. You get my how to turn your special interest into a career, small training course, like 2 videos that teach you how to do it, and then an autism traits to superpowers. And if after the first session you feel you've not gained anything from it, we'll just cancel it and you get your money back. Super easy. It's not like you're tied into any contract or anything. It's super easy, and there's no kind of there's no risk on your behalf. It's all on me. So how do we do it? Basically ask yourself this question, right? If you can answer yes to both of these, do you want to improve your life in your current condition? And are you willing to put in and commit to changing it, right? For the transformation. If you've answered yes, then just go to theaspieworld.com/GC right now. Super easy. Is all you have to do. It's very first come, first serve basis. So you need to go on there right now and make sure that you register. $27 a month. I mean, that's super cheap, right? That's like what, a cost of a coffee every single day. Like, and for life changing, love it. Absolutely, just yeah, amazing. Okay, guys. Okay, cool. So that being said, this offer for you guys closes in 20 minutes. So if you do want to get in, you gotta go to theaspieworld.com/GC for group coaching. So the Ask Me World, look at my handwriting's terrible, isn't it? Theaspieworld.com/GC. Go there right now. If you go there right now and you sign up, like I said, you're in the cohort and you get all the free bonuses and all the other bits and pieces. Super dope. I'm actually very excited about this because like it's something that I've not had the capacity to do at scale with many people before. I've done it like one-on-one ad hoc, but now I'm able to do it at scale with many people. But again, these are small groups, which means we have limited space available, like seriously limited space available. So if you want in, you want to be an exclusive, hanging out with me on a weekly base, then check it out. Very happy. How many spaces do you have? I only have 20 spaces, but 4 have gone already. So what's that? We're down to 16 spaces. So we have 16 spaces left. If you want to sign up, just go to the page. And when you go to the page, sign up. If the form is available, if the form shows up on the page, then you can sign up. If the form isn't there, that means that all the spaces are filled. But go there right now. I said you have 20 minutes to do it. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube right now, all at the same time, live streaming. Okay. So it's not just the crowd that you're in watching it on, it's everybody else as well on all my socials. So go check it out. $27 a month, really easy. Or you can just do like 6 months and pay like $130 all in one go. You save some money. And like I said, the cool thing is you get access to so much stuff. Like it's a no-brainer, right? Absolutely no-brainer. Any questions? Let me know. You have 1 minute to ask me questions because I got to go and fill the capacity of this the waiting rooms. How are we doing? How are we doing, players? The stuff not really a pretty good example. Boredom brings me down. Yeah, 100%. Boredom's crazy. Exactly, right? With the first hacker, I told you. Because having to know, it's kind of like I use like a reverse principle. It's kind of like on the contrary, or not what people say, what's the opposite, or what's the other thing that people say. I love it. I think it's the best thing ever. Right, I'm gonna go hang out with my sister now because she needs me and she's bored. So I'm gonna go and give her some bloody dopamine now by making her laugh. And that being said, any questions, guys, let me know. But more importantly, I need you to, that's not even it. I need you to sign up. If you're serious, if you want in on this, go to theaspieworld.com/GC. GC, baby. Because it's all about you and it's about helping you. And I love working one-on-one with you guys. It's super awesome. So, my sister's on her way around to my house right now. I'm gonna just, how do we do this? Can I flip this camera around? I don't know. Let me show you. So this is what it looks like. This is and actually, guys, by the way, when you do log in, there's like a group coaching, you get your own section on my website. You get login on my website, and I can like message you through my site and give you little updates and tips and stuff like that. You get like your own slice of your pie. There's like a little login thing on my site, which is super awesome. So for any of you guys who are interested, make sure you go there right now, theaspieworld.com/GC. And I'm going to show you what it looks like actually. GC. So it's like this. Go to theaspieworld.com/GC, and then you can secure your spot. Is there any available? Should be one or two still. Tells you what you get. But here you go. Here we go. Yeah, cool. And sometimes also my partner Flavia, who also is an autistic mentor, an autistic coach for females, she will be hopping on as well to do some of these interactive lives with me, because we know that sometimes maybe women want an opinion or a perspective from women, on the Astro world. So um uh thank it's there for you anyway. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You'll get a little notification. So yeah, $27. If you want in, let me know. All you got to do is go to the aspergers.com/GC, sign up. It's super awesome. I love the portal that you guys get. There's a little portal that happens on the website. So when you sign up for the coaching, on the bottom of my website, theaspieworld.com, you'll get a cool little like login, and I'll show you what it looks like right now before my sister gets here. Where are we now? So PAP group coaching login. What am I sign in? We sign in so I can show you what it looks like. Just got to sign in using my keychains. Okay, cool. Okay, I said sign in. Yes, thank you. Enter an email address. Aha! Sorry guys, give me a second. So, oh my gosh, sorry guys, everything has that like two-step authentication thing. So, I'm trying to show you guys what it looks like now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I can't. My iPad's dying. I can't show you, but you get your own login. You get a slice of the pie, and so yeah. So you get the perspective of me and Flavia together, and yeah. All right, guys. Peace out. Remember, time's ticking. You now only have less than 15 minutes to go and get this offer. So theaspieworld.com/GC. Be there, be square. I'll see you. We have a call tomorrow. First call is tomorrow evening. So sign up. Get on a call with me tomorrow evening. It's gonna be awesome. $27. I mean, you can't make it. You can't make it for that, man. All right. Love you guys. Peace out. Ciao.